Okay, this is Kim again. On this one here, I'm going to run through real quick the little tabs up the top of bead tool 4. You have File, you have Edit, you have View, Pattern, Picture, Tools, and Help. Your first tab, you can click on New or Control plus N to get a new pattern. You can click on Browse to browse what you've already made, or to browse the ones that are already in here for free. Save is saving your progress. Save as is what you want your pattern saved as. Import. And if you notice, it's got it's got a drop down that says single file or multiple files. This here is if you're changing your BT4 from one computer to another computer, you can come in here to import, and you can either import one of your files or all of your files. On export, you can export your pattern to a file on your computer. The bead list, now what that does is it will export a bead list to a palette or palette, however you want to pronounce it. And that way you can actually look up the bead lists for a certain project. And it does the same thing for the word chart of that project. Now, when you export the pattern, what it does is, let me get an actual pattern up here. And let's just go with my blue zigzag earrings for right now. Now, as you can see, it's up here on your work area. Now, when you click File and Export, you click Pattern, and it brings up this box here. Now, you don't want to draw borders on it. You don't want to draw labels. You want to draw the colors that you've used. You want to use realistic beads. You don't need the lighting effect, but I guess I didn't mark that. That was already marked. Round edges, that was already marked as no, and I just never changed them. The background color, I just left it white. This size bar, if you'll watch the numbers here, I've got it set on 9, which is 72 by 485. But if you go up, this is the size of picture that you're going to get. And then you click Export. Where'd you go? Oh, I must have clicked on, oh no, okay. Come on. And then, see, it does a JPEG image. See? JPEG image of the earrings. And then you can put it anywhere you want on your computer. Okay, so I'll cancel that one out so I don't get a duplicate of it somewhere. And then next on your file is Print Preview. So you can click on that, and it brings up the page. It does the same thing as what your little computer icon that I'm highlighting right now. It does the same thing as that. It brings up this box here. Okay. Then also under File, you can print right from your file there. Or you can click Control P. Now, language, this is interesting. On language, you can either put your patterns in English, French, Italian, Spanish, or Dutch. Now, I'm hoping that when he finally does decide to upgrade this, that he adds more languages, because I have ladies that I talk to in German by using the Google Translate. So I'm hoping that he'll add German and a few other languages to that. Now, under Edit, you have, of course, your Undo, or you can click over here for your Undo. You have Select All, which selects your whole pattern. You can cut, you can copy, you can paste, you can delete, you can even save under Edit. Now, the remove and the insert, let me zoom in on this picture, on this pattern here. Now, if I wanted to add extra rows here at the beginning, because once you've got your pattern like this already done, you've got your columns, and you're like, oops, maybe I want something else on the front of this instead of in the back of it. This little thing here that says Selection, and it has dotted lines on it. You click on it. You click on it, and then, why isn't it bringing up the... Okay, I'm right at the end of it. Okay. And you have to go the full length of your pattern here. And see how it turned pink? That means it's ready to edit. So when you come up here to edit, now you see everything is actually darker. Now, remove will remove them two columns that I have highlighted. Insert will actually insert two more columns and move the rest of them over, so that there are two empty columns here, and the other 8 will be over further this way to the right. Flip just means exactly that. It flips your pattern from the way that you've got it. And see, Select All, it selected the whole earring. See how the whole thing is selected? Now, it doesn't, I don't have the rotate left and rotate right highlighted here yet, because I'm not working on that part yet. But it'll come up in a different section as well. But flip, you can flip your pattern upside down, and mirror will mirror it. Let me show you. See, mirror, that's what mirror did to it. Everything is all changed now. So I just click undo and it brings it right back. And then to flip it, see, even flipping it, it changes it, because it's not, on some patterns you cannot flip them. Under View, you have Zoom In, Zoom Out. You can click for your pattern information and see that This gives you everything that you have told it about this certain pattern. It gives you the name of it. It gives you the date that it was created. It gives you the date it was modified. It tells you how many revisions I've made on this pattern. Tells you the dimensions, the bead count, the starting bead, the palette, which is what beads I used, and it tells you Miyuki Delica size 11. It tells you that the bead dimensions are 1.35 by 1.75. There's 4 colors. It tells you all the author information, your name, your company, your email, and your website. Now, nobody sees this unless you want them to. Also under view, you have palette information. Now, the palette information gives you the source, which is the name is your Miyuki Delica size 11, created 7/16/14, modified 9/16/19, revisions 25. Now, the palette information, I believe, is what Christopher does with the beads, because I have not modified this pattern as far as the delicas and that. And I definitely have not revised it 25 times. And see, it's telling you how many colors that he's got in this palette, in the Miyuki palette. So he's got 1,126 colors. And he's revised these colors 25 times. And see, he's got his company name, Fired Up Software, and his website, beadtool.net. So this is everything that he has done to the palettes. Now, let's get into the pattern.